Sup YouTube, XAGucha23 here, and I'm back with another video. Alright, we're going to talk some more 90s cartoons talks, and today's topic is Kids WB, which was my third favorite cartoon channel of the 90s. Like I said, how I got inspired from this channel was I started to watch the channel around like 95, 96. It was like on basic cable, if I remember, and what had I seen from the channel was that Kids WB was pretty much known for its Saturday afternoon cartoons, or Saturday morning to Saturday afternoon cartoons. And there were a lot of great cartoons that I remember watching on the channel that I liked when I was a kid. Like I said, Animaniacs was a very good cartoon at the time, though. Like I said, if you didn't pretty much understand Animaniacs at that time, though, is that the Animaniacs had a lot of adult jokes at the time. It was kind of hard to understand it. But when I was watching the show as a kid, though, I actually really did love the show. I thought it was a very funny show at the time. But like I said, as more as I got older, I started to understand what the whole point of the show was, Animaniacs. And like I said, there was more great shows that was on Kids WB that was during the afternoon as well. Pinky and the Brain was a pretty good show that I used to always like watching as well. I'm trying to remember if Pinky and the Brain came on. I think Pinky and the Brain came on around like early morning, but I used to remember Pinky and the Brain, dun, dun. And the other cartoons I used to remember as well was Tiny Toon Adventures. I really did like that, but the series didn't really last that long on Kids WB. But yeah, but they were way more that I actually like on this channel as well was Static Shock. Technically, that was one of my favorite show on Kids WB, man. Every time there was always a new episode, I would always watch it, man. That's how glued I was to that show, Static Shock. But yeah, man, there's more to this that was on Kids WB. There was Ozzy and Drake, man. I really did like that. I really did like that show as well. When it was after the movie, though, because the movie was very successful, so they made a TV show, and it was on Kids WB. But Ozzy and Drake was more or less into the 20th century, and there was, like I said, there were more. There were the Batman. The Batman was on there. There was Men in Black. There was Godzilla. I used to remember always watching the Godzilla show. Like I said, there was Tasmania Devil. There were all kinds of things. There was Wayne Head. I used to remember Max Steel used to be on Kids WB. Duck Dodgers was one of my favorite shows as well. I felt like that show was pretty good. But another show that really got me really was Jackie Chan Adventures. Man, I can't forget about that. Oh man, I used to love that show, man. Jackie Chan Adventure was one of my favorite cartoons on that show. I used to always be glued to that show when it was getting close to like every time an episode would always come out. I always wanted to watch Jackie Chan Adventures, man. That show was one of my favorite shows, man. Alongside with fucking Static Shock, man. But yeah, man, there was all this stuff like too as well as Pokemon. Like I said, I used to remember watching Pokemon on Kids WB. Man, I fell in love with that show, man. And still to this day, man, I still love Pokemon because of this block, man. But yeah, man, Kids WB had a lot of great cartoons, man. Up to 2006, man. You know, I think they had Yu-Gi-Oh was on it. You know, they had Yu-Gi-Oh. They had Shaolin Adventures, man. This channel basically had everything. But like I said, at the time, though, it was really not at the right good time because, like I said, you had Nickelodeon and you had Cartoon Network. Those two channels was just going back to back, man. And basically, they were just killing Kids WB, man. Until Kids WB had to what's his name, cancel. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, Kids WB had a lot of great cartoons during the Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, man. Their cartoons were just beautiful, man. You know, yeah, man. You guys, I want to hear what you guys think about Kids WB, man. You guys thought Kids WB was a good program at the time as well? You guys let me know. I'm out.